There comes a time when we heed a certain call, when the world must come together as one. There are people when it's time to lend a hand to life, the greatest gift of all. We can't go on pretending day by day that someone somewhere will soon make a change. We all a part of God's great big family. And the truth, love is all we need. Beyond the world, beyond the children, beyond the ones who make it brighter day. So let's start giving. There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives. It's true, we make a better day, just you and me. Well, send them your heart so they know that someone cares, and their lives will be stronger and free. As God has shown us, by turning stone to bread. And so we all must lend a helping hand. We are the world. We are the children. We are the one to make a brighter day. So let's start giving. There's a choice we're making. We're saving our lives. It's true, we make a better day. Just you and me. We get down and out, and there seems no hope at all. But if you just believe, there's no way we can fall. Learn and realize, that a change can only come when we stand together as one. We are the children. We are the ones who make a brighter day. So let's start giving. There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives. And their lives will be stronger and free. As God has shown us, by turning stone to bread. And so we all must lend a helping hand. We are the world. We are the children. We are the one to make a brighter day. So let's start giving. Oh, there's a choice we're making. We're saving our lives. It's true, we make a better day, just you and me. Okay, good evening. I hope you guys getting me. Good evening, wherever you are following us from. My name is Dados Bala, and today we are glad to be here. How you doing, Christian? What's up?
Uh, uh, I'm okay, and I
Please
guess
mute
you too.
yourself. I don't know who is. Please mute yourself if you are not speaking, please. Hello? Are you guys getting me solo? Solo?
Yeah, yeah, I'm getting you. Clear, clear, loud.
Okay, so you can take it. I don't know who the noise is coming from somewhere. Somebody the noise is coming from somewhere. I don't know who that person.
Pico, Pico, please mute yourself. Pico, mute yourself. Pico, please mute yourself. Good.
Okay.
A ple-
So welcome. This is Screen Vision, and we're happy to be here today. Solo, I mean, what's
Yeah,
up?
good. We are grateful to God for the life, and we are very much excited about today. Uh, Presentation to our people and the Liberian community in Rwanda to go in depth with the current leadership that assumed power months back or months ago. Uh, we want to say a pleasant good evening to our friends, family, relatives, and the folks out there back home in Liberia and across Rwanda. This is Screen Vision. We say here we talk politics, we talk socialism, we talk economic issue, we talk health issue, we talk all sort of issues on this platform. So we are bringing you the podcast or broadcast live from Kigali City, Rwanda, East Africa at about this time. And before we bring forth our panelists today, we'll be discussing the leadership in Rwanda. uh, Precisely, we are having a guest which happen to be the community chairperson elected and has already been inducted into office. We'll be questioning him, cross-examining some of his plans, what are his intent, his deliverables that he is or he and his team are about to deliver to the community. What are the trickle down effects of some of those plans that they have on their mind and on their plan books? So, with no further delay, Emmanuel Patrick will be our guest today. He's the chairman of the Liberian community in Rwanda. He will be here with us and he will give us duties about the leadership. But folks, what's on your mind? What's the things that we have been hearing from across? Can each of us just talk about it? Let me say, Abigail, what's your view? What's your takes on the topic today?
Well, hello everyone. I
How
look
are you,
forward
Abigail?
to a very fruitful discussion. I have a high expectation when it comes to this leadership because I witnessed the inauguration. There were many promises made. So I really look forward to the chairman telling us how this leadership is going to succeed, what are their plans. So I really want to understand those promises. What are they doing to achieve them and so on. So I look forward to a very, very fruitful and meaningful discussion. Thank you.
Comme Gompei, Chief, you just come in, but you will talk.
Thank you very much, Salomon, for the recognition. I am Brooks K. Guambe. I'm here in Kigali, actually. I attend the University of Adventist of Kigali. It's a pleasure being on the platform tonight as a panelist, one of the panelists on the platform. I believe that the leadership, especially the chairman, in person, Mr. Emmanuel Patrick, we will be able to learn from him tonight to know about his plan for the community. And we can talk much about it now until he comes and then and deliver to us what he stands to bring forth to the community based on his agenda. So, Mr. Host, I tell you, thank you very much for the recognition. I rest my case for now, and we hope to see the chairman.
Miss Mandra, Miss,
Okay, thank you. I've unmuted my mic.
please
Let me
mute
say
yourself. Pico, please mute yourself. Pico.
let me say good
Solomon, we're about
evening.
to bring. Sorry, we're about to bring the chairman on. The chairman is we're about to bring on. He's
So
currently
quickly,
backstage.
we are bringing our guest
Yeah,
in. So
yes. So
we are waiting and let hold our peace so that he can be able to appear in quietly. You can do that, sir.
yeah, let's just bring it on. Let's just bring it on, then we can continue. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. The chairman is on now.
Thank you. Mr. Chairman, welcome.
Thank,
So
thank you very much.
welcome, and this is Screen Vision. We want to welcome you, and this is an interactive conversation surrounding your leadership. We will be cross-examining you to understand what are those plans that you have for us as Liberians in Rwanda. So the people and the public out there are gearing and they are drawing very close to their electronic devices to get the good news that you have for them. And I know that and the public out there, they are having a very high expectation. And I think that's the reasons why today you are here to provide some of the necessity information that they need or that they want to hear or that they saw that they voted you. So with that being said, this is Screen Vision coming from you live from Kigali, Rwanda. I'm the host, M. Solomon Esan, a co-host, Tatos V. Vala, and my producer and other panelists, all of my colleagues are here today. We're going to be cross-examining you. We'll say welcome. You can shortly introduce yourself.
Good evening to the Stream Vision family and to Liberians residing in Rwanda. My name is Emanuel Patrick. As you rightly say, I am the chairperson of the Liberian community in Rwanda. And it is a privilege to be joined with you guys today and to discuss the affairs of Liberians residing in Rwanda. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So if you are following from across Rwanda, you are listening, you are watching the Screen Vision live from Kigali City, Rwanda, and it is also on Facebook, Screen Vision. You can also follow us on YouTube, Screen Vision, at Screen Vision. You can also follow us on Instagram, Screen Vision as well. So with that being said, I would now ask one of my colleagues to introduce themselves. All of my colleagues will try to introduce themselves as well. We start with my co-host.
Okay, so I mean, there are a lot of people following right now. The people are willing to listen to their leader. The expectation is too high. People all around Rwanda are happy for the Patrick to get to that position, to where he is right now. So there are a lot of people following right now, and they can't wait to listen to their leader. So, Honorable, welcome to Screen Vision, and I hope you will meet up with the people expectation. So today we want to encourage everyone of you, wherever you are following us from, just share the live, encourage other people to follow. And then we will open the line. You're going to, post your question, call, so that you can ask your leader. He's going to explain to you. So just encourage your friends, talk to people so that they can join, and then we all can have the discussion. Thank you, Solomon. I look forward to a fruitful discussion. My name is Tatos V. Bala. I think you guys heard my name already.
Thank you, Mr. Bala. You are the producer and the co-host. So, Madrat, can you introduce yourself quickly? Please share the live. Keep sharing the live. Let it go across the world. Let it go across the globe. Let people in Liberia follow and watch us and see what we are doing here. Madrat, please.
Thank you so kindly, honorable host. My name is Marjoin D. Eddy, and it is a privilege being here. I appreciate the opportunity to serve as one of the panelists, and it is my expectation that the chairman will be very explicit, clear to all the issues of the students community, and that the conversation will be very fruitful, that it will serve the essence. Thank you so kindly. I'm Marjoin D. Eddy.
Thank you. Next, Pico.
The I think the network giving Pico problem. Pico, you getting us? Pico?
Unmute yourself. If not, we go to Abigail.
Yeah, I get you. Actually, the network, yeah, I'm fighting the network situation, but in due time, I will try to set up my technicians. They are working on it. Once again, I'm Christian Louis Swat Jr. Uh, from my trial background, I'm a Perlian. The Pogan Seba, I'm from Bon County, and I'm studying here in Rwanda, Musansi at the INES, to be precise, computer science. Actually, I would like to say thanks to the chairman elect for accepting our invitation on discussing some trending issues here and laying up his platform. We look forward to his address and some other things that he will be addressing here, situation that he will be addressing here
Thank
that
you.
we all found in
Thank
Rwanda.
you. Thank
Thank
you.
you,
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, and once again, welcome.
Thank you. Abigail, can we get your introduction shortly?
Well, I would like to say it's an honor to be here. Uh, I'm Abigail Pega. I'm currently in Rwanda, a student here. I would like to have or understand from the chairman his agenda and how to achieve them. I'm one of the panelists here tonight, so I look
Thank
forward
you.
to a fruitful discussion.
Thank you. So wherever you are listening from, you are following, you are watching Screen Vision live from Kigali City, Rwanda. A pleasant good evening once again to those that just joining us. We say you can get glued to your media, to your gadgets, to your electronic devices to get, let me use the word juicy information from our chairman. So with that being said, Mr. Chairman, quickly, now you are here now, your people ears are all sharp, their eyes are all sparkling to see the tangibles, the visibility of what you are bringing to them, what you are going to do for them. So what's your first 90 days strategic deliverable plans or plan of action? What is it? Can you do you care telling us more about that?
All right. Thank you again to the Stream Vision family for providing me the opportunity to appear on this platform and to share the agenda of the Liberian community in Rwanda with the general public. Um, Thank you, Solomon, for the question. In regards to my 90 days plan and the leadership's 90 days plan, there are a lot of things we have cataloged. But before we jump straightly into I know you guys want to get the informations. You you want me to diverge out of the major informations to you guys. But first of all, let me tell my people thank you firstly. So to Liberians residing in Rwanda, I want to say thank you. We came to you the first time in 2023. We requested your support. Some of you stood with us in the process. But unfortunately, we did not emerge as winners of the elections. We worked with the leadership and showed that the leadership did what they were supposed to do. For the second time, we came to you again and we requested your support. And you stood with us this time around. You gave us the opportunity to serve you. So I want to say thank you, firstly. Now, moving further, we made several promises during the electoral processes we participated in. Even during the first elections, we made those same promises. And these elections we recently won, we made promises again to the Liberian community in Rwanda. And some of those things we said to you as a community was if you give us the opportunity to serve your interests, before we leave office, we will ensure there were three major promises that was made. We will ensure that one, there is a functional website for the community. We also informed you that we will ensure that the community is a registered and legitimate institution in Rwanda. And we also inform you that before we leave office, the community will have an office where leaders of the community can work from, and where we can all be able to sit and strategize as a community on how we can move forward together. So,
Yes,
in regards to
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, you just mentioned one thing that is very, uh, let's say, exciting to the ears. But now, other critical thinkers will love to ask. You talk about having an office space. Now, office space obtaining require funding, and I don't know what's the duration of your tenure, and also what are this where your sources of income to maintain the office space. People might want to ask about that. Can you tell us a little bit where you are generating the funding from?
all right, thank you very much for the question. Even though you asked me firstly to explain to you my 90 days plans, and unfortunately, I did not inform you of my plans. And I have already started to get supplementary questions. So could you just allow me, first of all, to elaborate on what the
Yeah,
plans?
we don't want to forget. You can be jacking those questions down and you will be following. A
No
lot of people
problem.
don't want to forget.
Yes, no problem. So I will respond. I will respond to your question briefly, but let me first of all, end my thoughts in regards to the issue of the office of the 90 days planned. So, as all of us are aware, the leadership, as per the constitution of the Liberian community in Rwanda, the leadership should take office in July. Unfortunately, in our case, we took office in August. So our first quarter of our leadership was supposed to begin in July and end in September. We are still committed to that very, same time frame. The fiscal year of the community runs from July up to June of the following year. So within the first 90 days of our leadership, we want to ensure that the community, the Liberian community in Rwanda, is a recognized community. And by ensuring that the Liberian community is a recognized community, we will endeavor, and we have already begun the processes to ensure that we have a functional office where communities leaders can work from. I informed you during the campaign that I will not, and my leaders will not run this community from our various homes and campuses. The community is bigger than all of us. And considering that we are a diaspora community, there are certain things we need to do because we are ambassadors of Liberia in Rwanda. Therefore, When you look at the number of Liberians in Rwanda compared to other nationals, Liberians are more. But why don't we have the level of respect that other nationals have in Rwanda? Why are we not receiving that level of respect? It is because our community have not positioned itself in a way that is deserving of certain level of respect. So we want to endeavor to rebrand the image of the Liberian community in Rwanda. Excluding that, we also informed you during the campaign that we were going to ensure that there is a functional website for the community. And today, all of us can see the website has been launched. Now, all you need to do is go to the website, fill in your membership informations, and become an official member of the community. When you are a member of the community, it is much easier for us to communicate with you. It is also easier for us to know the number of Liberians in Rwanda. We cannot lead people we don't know. We must know our people that we lead. So our leadership is endeavoring to make sure that we know the numbers of Liberians residing in Rwanda. And not just that, we also, within the 90 days, we want to engage other Liberian communities, as well as the Liberian community in Uganda. We have engaged them. On several occasions, we have had conversations. The community in Kenya as well, we are in conversations as well. And there are other Liberian diaspora communities in the US as well that we are having conversations with. We want to ensure that we position this community in a way that people do not just see the community as a student union. This is not a student union. This community comprises of expats. It comprises of business individuals residing in Rwanda, and it comprises of students. And considering the majority of the Liberians residing in Rwanda as students, we are also endeavoring to enter into partnerships with other associations and student unions abroad for the purposes of allowing Liberians who may have completed their study in Rwanda to have other opportunities to further their studies. So those are a few of the things we are doing within the 90 days of our leadership. And excluding that, some of you, are you getting me?
Yeah, the network is somehow, we are getting you.
Are you hearing me? Okay.
Yeah.
If some of you may be aware, recently the leadership started its tour. We are touring the 5 provinces in Rwanda. Yesterday, we began with the Southern province, where we visited our people in Yanza, and then we sat with them. We firstly had a meeting on Friday with the leadership of Yanza, and then on Saturday, we also convened a meeting with the general community. Unfortunately, there was not many Liberians that attended the meeting. However, the purpose of this tour is to ensure that we go to our people, tell them what our plans are for the community, request from them recommendations in regards to how we can move the community forward. Not just that, we want to know what are the challenges these people face and how we as a community can be able to intervene. If we do not know the challenges they are faced with, we cannot intervene. And that is why the tour is also intended for. And not just that, but when people give you the opportunity to serve, it is important that we go back to our people and say thank you to them. So yesterday we did that in Yanza, and today as I speak to you, I am currently in the eastern province, Ramagana. We had the privilege today to meet with our people, the leadership of Ramagana, earlier this afternoon at 12. And at 3 p.m., we held a meeting with the general community in Ramagana, where these people share with us the challenges they face here. They also share with us recommendations on how we can better resolve some of those challenges they face in Ramagana. We believe that with this engagement within our first 90 days, it helps to strengthen our bond with the community, and it helps us to better understand the challenges and situations Liberians face in Rwanda and how we can design solutions to those challenges. So, excluding what I have just said, the community, within that national strategic plan of action of the community, we have decided to ensure that in the second quarter of our leadership, which should begin in October to December, we intend to have the All Liberian Festival. This will be the first time in the history of the Liberian community in Rwanda, where we will be gathering Liberians from every province in Rwanda. We will meet at a specified destination that will be determined by the community. And during that gathering, it will be a 3 days gathering where we will have several other activities, cultural activities, we will have sporting activity, and we will have other seminars as well being held. The intent of this is we are a diaspora community. We must be able to share our culture with the Rwandan society. The people need to know where we are from and what kind of practices we are engaged with. So we will be sharing that at the All Liberian Festival. And we intend to invite locals from Rwanda and other diaspora communities in Rwanda, as well as other Liberian diaspora community around the East African region. With this, I believe our community will move forward in the first.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. There are more questions to come, and we just try to summarize some of the questions that will be coming. And if you are following us, if you are watching from across Liberia, across Rwanda, you are watching Screen Vision from the heart of the city of Kigali, Rwanda, East Africa. We want to say Michelle is following from Rwanda. We have Vani Kato is also following. We say thank you. We have Lasbon Lee Doma is also following. We say thank you. We have Samuel OSW. He's watching from Kigali. We have Sakor. He's following as well. We have Patrick. We have Gerald. And the rest of them. We say thank you. Keep sharing the live. Share the video. Share the live. The chairman of the Liberian community, in person of Mr. Emanuel Patrick, is here telling us more about his 90 days deliverable and beyond, his leadership in totality, his entire tenure of the Liberian community. We have Siton Trago also following from Mosanzi. And right now we'll switch to other panelists to cross-examine Mr. Chairman. So we start with Brooks Gompei. Brooks, you can ask a question.
Okay, thank you very much for again the recognition. Mr. Chairman, I actually follow your expose as it relates to the plan you have for the community, which they are very good. As I look forward to see if all those plan level will be achieved. It will be a very good thing for the Liberian community in Rwanda. But one of the things I want to bring to your attention that you never actually mentioned in your 90-day delivery plan. I think the past leadership we noticed that they started setting a process that has to do with the establishment of the Liberia embassy or the consulate in Rwanda. I did not actually see. I mean, I did not actually hear you talking about such very important issue in your 90-day plan. So, what is your stand about that? What do you think to be done about it? In line with what the past leadership started to see how this can be achieved on your watch.
All right. Thank you very much. Is it Brooks, Mr. Guangwei? Thank you very much. So I was asked to provide my 90 days plan and the leadership's 90 days plan. And I did just that. With the issue of an embassy being established near Kigali, that is not within the jurisdiction of the National Administrative Council of the Liberian Community in Rwanda. As we speak, the two governments, the government of Liberia and the government of Rwanda, have started having conversations in that regards. And why am I saying this? Recently, we saw the letter the Rwandan High Commissioner appointed in Monrovia presented to His Excellency President Joseph Yoman Boakai her letter of credence. And as we speak, there is a Rwandan High Commission in Liberia. For some of us who are emerging lawyers and lawyers in training, we understand the principle of reciprocity. Considering the fact that we do have a Rwandan High Commission station in Monrovia, it automatically gives the Liberian government the right to also establish an embassy in Rwanda. But that cannot be a plan of the National Administrative Council of the Liberian Community in Rwanda.
Yeah,
But
quickly.
as a leadership, we will continue to engage with our national government to ensure that the well-being and the interests of Liberians in Rwanda are met. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. It is not under your jurisdiction. That's the key word. It's not under your leadership or the scope of your leadership to have an embassy here in Rwanda or near Rwanda. So quickly, we'll go to Abigail. Your question, please.
Okay, thank you so much for the recognition. Mr. Chairman, thank you so much. You elaborated very well. But I want to know the issue of the website. Maybe students will say they can just do those things, and when people really need to be recognized or to be heard, they cannot be here. So I might not be able to join the website also. So what can you say to those students as a voice of encouragement to know the importance of being a part of this website?
All right. Thank you, Abigail. What I can say to Liberians residing in Rwanda is you need to be counted. You need to be counted. We cannot, I repeat this, we cannot represent people we do not know. How do we do that? Yesterday, I think it was yesterday or day before yesterday, I shared with someone the membership link to register as an official member of the community. And that good friend of mine told me that it cannot include their passport number. So how do you expect to be counted? How do you expect to be a member of a diaspora community when you do not want your passport number to be given out? But yet you give your passport number to the university you attend. You have no problem with doing so. But to give your passport number to us so that we share that information with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Liberia, so that they do know that there is a particular Liberian residing in Rwanda with passport number XYZ, and you are saying you don't want to do that, then I don't know what we can say to you. But I just want to encourage all of us out here. It is important that we are counted. Even with the issue of the establishment of an embassy or a consulate here, it will all boil down to how many Liberians reside in Rwanda. When we do not have the information, how do we respond to this?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The message have gone across. We need your passport number in order to have a database so that they can track you, so that when there's a situation, you can be able to be identified. So I think that's one of the simplest way of making that understand. So we go to Ms. Manja. Your question quickly to the chairman. But before that, let me recognize some of those people who are following us. We have Alfonso from Australia. We have Solomon Lewis from Kichichiro or Kachiru. He's following also from Kigali. And we have Rosie from Rwanda as well, and many others. Let's keep sharing the video. Let's keep sharing the live. Let's expose and share our information out there so that we can get more followers, we can get more people listening. Try to tag somebody, tag someone, let someone tag someone, and someone tag someone. You are watching and you are following Screen Vision live from Rwanda, Kigali. And I saw Comrade Brooks putting your hands up for a follow-up question, but we'll get to him subsequently. Manja, quickly.
Thank you so kindly. Let me say thank you to the chairman. And I want to suggest or recommend, but also would like to ask first before I do that. You have embarked on an endeavor to know all of the students who are from Liberia and residing in Rwanda. That is something that I appreciate because it's important that we get to know. But I want to ask first, does LibCo have an existing database prior to the creation of the website? That's one. Two, what mechanism are we using so that we can be able to track Liberians in Rwanda? And if you have one, what I would like to recommend is that we have a focal person in all of the universities across the country so that those focal persons can help to track all of the Liberian students in their universities and make that data be available to your leadership to facilitate the process. That's my recommendation, and those are my two concerns as submit.
Mr. Chairman, you can respond.
Thank you very much, Marjoin. You raised a very significant point. So in regards to the database, I am not aware. Maybe there are, right? But I am not aware that we currently have a database of Liberians in Rwanda. When the former chairperson of the community, Mr. Macmillan Vey, turned over, he did not provide me any documents to that effect. Therefore, I have no access to any such document. And if we actually had that kind of document, we would have known by this time. But all through we've been in Rwanda, it has always been about speculation. There are over 2,000 to 3,000 Liberians in Rwanda. It's always been a speculation. We have never gotten an exact number of Liberians residing in Rwanda. And I want to thank you for the recommendation you gave.
So, Mr. Chairman, someone will say, or someone would love to argue that even at the level of legist, where they do census, they always approximate number. So will you accept the argument that there should be approximation always in the value?
No, I am not against people, approximating, right? I am against the fact that people are reluctantly sitting instead of taking actions to ensure that Liberians are counted in Rwanda. We sit at our homes and we say we have over 2,000 to 3,000 Liberians. But when we are requested by the relevant authorities to provide the evidences, to that effect, we cannot do so. And we don't want to tread on the same path. We want to know every Liberians in Rwanda. Therefore, we will engage, as Marjoine has said. The recommendation is very great. We will engage with the different universities in Rwanda to ensure that we have records on Liberians coming to those universities. The next thing we are going to do here is we want to combat the issue of scam in the Liberian community in Rwanda. We have realized that people sit here, tell people back home that it is pure honey in Rwanda. Take their resources in the name of bringing them here for the purpose of work. There is no work here whatsoever. They will eat those people's resources, and when they come here, these guys become stranded. It puts a burden on the leadership. So moving forward, our leadership have elected to set up a committee termed the Study in Rwanda Preparatory Committee. That committee will serve two purposes. The first will be to ensure that it combats the issue of scam, and the second one is to ensure it combats the issue of forgery in the Liberian community. When I served as international students representative of the University of Lay Adventist of Kigali, we had several cases where Liberians were engaged with forgery. Some of them forged documents related to visa. Some of them forged equivalents. We cannot say we want to rebrand the image of our community and we have these situations repeating. So our leadership wants to endeavor to do so.
Sorry, there was a little trip in. That's a technical problem from one of the panelists. We say wherever you are following live, you are watching live, Screen Vision, streaming from Kigali, presenting podcasting from Kigali, the heart of Rwanda, East Africa, the cleanest city, as you may be aware out there. Keep following, keep sharing the videos, and let the people listen to their leader. Let them hear what he has for them. Let them know what exactly he's doing after the elections. We know they are coming with a lot of things. They have a lot of things on their plates, on their table, on their decks. And today you are following, or this evening you are following, wherever you are following Screen Vision live from Kigali. We have Bruce Gompe, he's a panelist here. He studied environmental science. He doing a master's here. We have Mandra, she also doing a master's in Rwanda here. We have Abigail Pega, she also doing master's here. And we also have my co-host.
You're selling the people market. Solomon, you're selling the market for the people.
No, I'm not selling market for them. I try.
No, it is necessary, sometimes when we're too serious, sometimes it's important to bring some fun in it. Let's continue.
Let people not just see them like ordinary people, they are people too with similar prestige, right? We have Mr. Tatos B. Bala, my producer and my co-host. He's studying environmental science here too as well, a prospective master candidate. And today you are listening to your leader, to your chairman, to your mouthpiece, to your representative, to your whosoever you may want to tell me. This is the man you choose. This is the man you elected in person of Mr. Patrick Ziando Emanuel. from Liberia. He's a law student. As I think you guys can listen to the articulation. He bringing some law technicality in, but yesterday we'll stay cross-examining. So quickly we'll go to Mr. Bala. Do you have questions? Do you have what do you have for the chairman?
Thank you so much, Solomon, and let me say thanks to the many Liberians that are following tonight across Rwanda. The chairman struck an important point that has to do with people, registering their information on the website. If we want to achieve a greater environment or better environment in Rwanda, we have to work together. People shouldn't just sit on the fence and then say whatever they want to say. Because for us, we're good at talking. But when it comes to the implementation aspect, I mean, we usually follow speculation. That what the people say, that what they say. When they ask you to come talk, you say, "Let me say it." We have to be involved in this. We have to be involved. How long will it take you to go on the website, register, put your passport number? Nobody get anything to do with your passport number. We just want to get a total number of students studying here.
Mr. Bala, people might be afraid of their age, the number, the figure.
My man, leave that age number figure. but who Patrick, let me ask you this question. Why is security?
I'm not saying this is what but I'm just trying to suggest to speak people mind and opinion. That's some of the arguments.
But what is you about age? If you owe, you owe. You young. Why must you have age? Where you hide your age from? You won't be like somebody who, you have about 50 and they taking that, putting it on your head to hide your gray hair. Where you hide your gray hair from? You owe. We just want to get the information, know the total number of Liberians, because the thing we usually push is we want to have a consider, we want to have an embassy. How can you have an embassy when they don't know how many number of Liberians living in Rwanda? And you just say on the fence, we are about 3,000, we're about 6,000. How can you be carrying information like that? So we have to work together. If you are following, listening to me tonight, please let us work together. If we want to achieve, we have to work. And then we have Patrick already listening to, all those things that he was explaining concerning his leadership, how he intends to do it. I don't know. I want to find out from him what the yardstick you're going to use in achieving these things, because some of those things you just spoke about has to do with money, finance, and then the Liberian community. I don't know what are people paying due, whether you got instituted something due payment, and where are you guys going about doing it, because you cannot achieve these things without money. Though you may have the power, the manpower to support the process, but you also need finance. So why are those mechanisms put in place to get some resources to support this your agenda you're not displaying?
Yeah, quickly before the chairman respond to your question, you can phone in by calling +250-790-0802044 +250-790-802109. Those are the two numbers you can call on to make your contribution wherever you are. If you are in Rwanda, you can just dial 0790-802109 or 0790-802044. Those are the two numbers you can call. We just saw the VCA Orita say she's also following her leader live. And we have Angie's Mo, they also following. We have Joe Wenga, he also following. We say thank you for following. Keep sharing the live. You are following live Screen Vision from Kigali, Rwanda, East Africa. Today we have with us Honorable Mr. Patrick Emanuel Ziando. For me, I love to call that the typical Liberian name, Ziando.
I met Sony calling there. Ziando. You can really wear a friend.
So, Mr. Patrick, you can respond to your question, sir.
All right. Thank you so much, Tatos, for that concern you raised. So, in regards to most of these plans, you spoke about two things. Firstly, you spoke about how we intend to, achieve some of the things that we said to you guys here tonight. And you also talk about the issue of finance. Most of these things that we listed, like for example, the website, that has already been achieved. We also talked to you about the issue of the registration of the community, and as well as the office space for the community. Recently, the leadership, the National Administrative Council of the community, and as well as the National Executive Committee, we convened a National Executive Committee meeting where we discussed these issues. And the outcome of that meeting was the reintroduction of the due payment community. And the due payment is just 500 Rwandan francs per month. To support this leadership, to take responsibility for our own progress, just 500 Rwandan francs. Imagine if 700 of us are paying 500 Rwandan francs per month, we will be generating 350,000 per month. If you times that money by 3 months, which constitute a quarter, we will be generating around 1,050,000 for just 3 months. And if you times that by 4 quarters, we will be generating 4.2 million, 4,200,000 Rwandan francs. It's a lot of money. It can help us to maintain the office. It can help us to carry on other community initiatives that we want to carry on. And this is why we decided to engage with our people, to encourage them to join us in this quest to move our community forward. The only thing, maybe if we are satisfied with the way the community is, then it is fine. But within yourself, if you feel like where the community is at this point in time is not where the community needs to be, you can join us and support this quest. Imagine due payment for an entire year is just 6,000 Rwandan francs. 6,000 Rwandan francs. And I want to request all of you on the platform as well. The like of you, Mr. Solomon Sion, and Tatos, and Abigail Majoin, and everyone on this platform. You are also members of this community. We have a duty and a responsibility to ensure that our community is progressive and to ensure that we rebrand and protect the national image of our nation, Liberia. And to do that, we need all of you to do so.
Mr. Chairman, let me just disrupt you a little bit. Other might say, we elected you guys, we expecting you guys to have a strong lobbyist outside there, because those are things that we expecting the government or a sitting leadership should have a strategic lobbyist or people in their leadership or in their executive who can lobby out there and bring for funding, because they know that all cannot be done by their citizens. Some of their citizens does not have it at all. And I think you have the chairperson on international affairs, and that's that office fall on that person. So other might want to raise these kind of issues. What do you have to tell them as a leadership in order so that we all can form in pari passu in one line to support this leadership?
All right. So what I can say in that regards is that the vice chair for international affairs of the community, Ms. Orita C, is dedicated to ensure that the international image of this community is protected. In Kenya, the Liberian community in Uganda, those are all engagement under the office of the Vice Chair for International. So all of the leaders we work with currently, the like of the Vice Chair for Administration, the Secretary General, and as well as the Financial Secretary. All of these people you see in the leadership, I can say this openly at any point and any time, that some of these individuals are some of the most innovative and visionary individuals we can find in the Liberian community in Rwanda. And I trust in their capabilities that this leadership will succeed. With the issue of lobbying, let me, is to a certain extent funny, because we want to act like our country right now. Do you know why nations do not move forward? When you look at our national budget,
Mr. Chairman, I
most
think
of
this question is for the public, right?
yes,
There are other people who does not have insight on these issues, so you have to brighten their mind.
no,
You have to convince people. Yeah, it's not about me who's sitting behind,
speaking to
behind the microphone or the microphone here. No, it's about
you,
your people that elected
I'm
you, sir.
speaking to the public.
And I love the way Solo questioning a former boss. I really love the way Solo questioning a former boss. So folks, if you are following, as you may be aware, I love the way Solo questioning a former boss. Yeah, Patrick, go ahead,
So
sir.
I was actually saying, in regards to the issue of lobbying for funds, this is something that we are committed to doing. We have already started the processes involved in securing funds to run the affairs of the Liberian community in Rwanda. But no institution will be successful to the peak it wants to based on external donations. That is why even when you are angry in Liberia and you are protesting against bad governance, you still have to pay tax, because you need to contribute to the growth and development of the state. And the same applies to the Liberian community in Rwanda. While we are trying to generate resources from external individuals to make sure that we run the affairs of the community, it is also incumbent upon us as residents and members of the community to support and promote the progress of the community. And that is why the due payment is about. And that is why the issue of the 2K rider that was recently launched is all about. We ourselves need to take charge of our own destiny. We need to take charge of our own progress and successes. So I want to encourage you again, for those of you who have not contributed to this worthy cause, this is the time to have your name written in history, to be a part of the change that we have long pushed for. Don't allow this opportunity pass you by. Let's work together now to make sure that our community is a progressive one. Thank you.
Yeah, so wherever you are following from or where you are watching us from, you are watching Screen Vision from Kigali City, Rwanda, East Africa. We want to say a pleasant good evening to you if you are just joining us. If you are being on the live, please post in your question. You can text your question. You can make a phone call to 0790802044 or to 0790802109. Those are the two numbers you can call. If you are calling outside of Rwanda, you can add +250-790-802109 or +250 790-802044. Those are the numbers you can phone in to make your contribution, ask your tough questions, summarize every little bit of questions or thoughts in your mind to ask your leader. This is the platform, this is the time that you clear your chest and you will get a better response. There's a likelihood that you might not meet him in person or so. There will be another round of questions coming from the panelists. So while if you are
Okay.
watching,
I think we
if you
have
are
a
watching,
Solomon. I think we have a call. I have a call from my end.
yeah, you can take that.
Okay, I lost the caller. Let's continue. I just lost that call.
That's how we'll be in and out. And panelists, you can be wrapping up your next question to the chairperson. Whatever on your mind, we'll do a follow-up. We have Angie Smo, we have Sylvester Blessing JJ, the financial secretary, watching from his home in Kigali. And we also have Joe, we have Angie, we have a caller.
Okay. Hello, you have a call from my end? Okay.
Yeah, I have a call. Hello, your name, where you calling from, sir? I know where the speaker is. No, just wait a minute. Just wait a minute. Call back, please. I beg you, Jay. Call back, please. Out there, if you have a call, you can take that. I just lost this call based on technical problem. You can call on 0790802109 or you call on 0790802044.
Yeah, Solomon, we have I have a call on the line. Hello?
Yeah, you take that.
Good evening, your name, where are you joining us from? Hello? Sorry, sir, your name, please. Where are you joining us from?
I'm messaging the panelists. Hello?
Okay, go ahead, Christian.
Yeah, okay.
You guys getting him? You guys getting the caller? Okay,
Yeah,
go ahead.
Yeah, you're getting the quarter.
Okay, once again, this is Christian Louis. This is Christian Louis Swa. I want to say thanks to the chairman. I want to say thanks to the chairman for your articulation. And based upon what he was just discussing upon the deep payments, I just want to ask him this question concerning the deep payments. Actually, some of the students, they have been finding it difficult from the past leaders, of which they did some payments, but it wasn't fair enough upon
So
what they've been given. Some of them
we will cut that color off. We will cut that color off. We will cutting off because of time consumption. Let me summarize your question, make it brief. We have a lot of things, a lot of questions here. You can call the number 079 0802109 or 07908020044. Those are the numbers to call on. 30 seconds. If you call, you're gonna make
Yeah, but let me say something. So I think Patrick can.
Yeah.
So I think Patrick can respond to that. He was talking about the issue of due payment. There are people inside the previous government, people were paying due, but they were not ready, probably seeing where the due are going. Yeah, I'm there trying to summarize what you were saying. Yeah, they were not seeing where the due were going. Probably it was a reason of them they stopped paying the due. So I think you want to find out now what are the mechanisms the chairman is putting in place that yes, when people pay the due, they're going to know where the due is going, how the due is going to be used. I think those are things you want to know about. Yeah, you can go
All
ahead.
right. Thanks to Chris for the concern that was raised. But as of now, this leadership has no knowledge whatsoever of due payments that was made to the past leadership. We are yet to receive the report of the past leadership. When we receive the report, I believe all of those things will be inclusive in the report. But as of now, we have no knowledge, and I would not love to talk, in depth about that.
Yeah, Chairman, if you say or if you come with such statement, then it will raise an alarm to other people who watch the occasion of your induction ceremony or your inauguration. There was a turnover note that was given to you. We don't know the details in that document. And now you are telling us that you did not receive a comprehensive financial report on that particular due payment. How do you reconcile that? Because the videos are out there, the audios are out there, people were there, they watched the turnover ceremony on your inauguration day. How do you reconcile that, sir?
As a former student journalist, the question to a certain extent is comical. Because before you engage people with these kinds of concerns, it is important that you do your own background investigation. Kindly go back and listen to the recordings, because I have listened to the recordings several times. In that recording, you will not hear the former chairperson of the community informing people in that gathering that he was turning over his report. Instead, the former chairperson said he was turning over the audit report that was given by the Independent Audit Committee.
So let me hold you there. Mr. Chairman, let us now go back and forth with this, right? You have already said the question is comical, which is not, right? It's not an argument. If you say it was an audit report, does the audit report doesn't capture or did not capture that aspect of the financial transaction, or was it not significant to the Auditor General at the time? That what you're trying to say? Because it's a report, it's a financial report, right? If we did a transaction of due payment on a certain leadership or on the past leadership, it is not to be a part of the report or the audit report, the financial audit report. I don't know whether it was a system report, audit report,
So,
or
let me,
Yeah,
no,
Solomon, let me come in small. So I don't think the audit report did not cover vague administration. The audit report did not cover vague administration. The audit report cover before vague administration, those people that were in power. Yeah. That's the reason you see vague. How can you audit somebody and then you get a document to the person? It's not possible. So that's one of the reasons we want a bowl that will supersede the chairman. We need people that will exceed, that be more than the chairman. So if you carry on this kind of activity, you submit that identical document to the bowl, then the bowl now have the power to prosecute the chairman or go through the process, the scrutiny process. But Vic did not have, a bowl that was superseding, the activities. They say they have one, but I didn't really see them. So the audit report did not cover vague administration.
Oh,
And
okay. So,
the clarity this guy wanted was, he was saying, okay, it happened in vague administration, and then those people were not giving information on the due payment or how was it spent. So for your administration, are you talking about reinstituting the due payment? What are the mechanisms put in place that are going to guard each other about the due payment when people pay, so that they can know how is money going to be spent? We don't want you to discuss vague on how vague whether you know, but how they want the mechanism put in place. How are you going to facilitate that process so that people
now,
money they pay
quickly,
they can
I have a caller here. I have a caller here. Let me take this caller. Hello? Are you getting the caller?
no.
Hello? Are you still getting the caller there?
No, I think I put it on the phone as a speaker. Probably.
Yeah. Are you getting the caller now?
Okay, yeah, he's kind of small boy. A
Yeah.
low kind of.
Are you? Hello. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. All right.
You are
Okay.
getting it?
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. You can go ahead. You can go ahead.
Okay, good evening, everyone. I'm Sylvester Blessing JJ. So, as a concerned resident of this community, I'm called to speak in my capacity as a resident, and I just want to make few points toward these discussions. And also, I want to appreciate your studio guests for elaborating his plans for the community. And indeed, it's a vision that we all anticipate that it goes to a certain level. But here is what I want to say quickly. What is being done so far, I strongly believe that we are on the right path, and the studio guest, which happens to be the chairman, Mr. Emanuel Patrick, is doing everything possible best with his colleague to ensuring that the community regain its recognitions and respect in the diaspora community. Thank you so kindly.
Thank you. Thank you.
The mechanism put in place. How are you going to facilitate that process?
So I think you got the quarter.
Let me take this caller. Hello. Thank you. Thank you.
So no, you seen your comment you seen your comment. The comment from Lee Doma, former SG. So Patrick, I think I have to respond to this. Lee Doma is saying Patrick fought due payment because the NEC did not approve it. How is he intending to implement such? Go ahead, Patrick. You are
So
muted, Patrick.
yes, I are you guys hearing me now? Am I clear? All right. Thank you. So regarding the first concern that was raised, what as to what mechanisms we are putting in place regarding the due payment. Um, First of all, we want to ensure that people are registered as members of the community. When you fill the form and become a registered member of the community, you are assigned a membership identification number. That number will also be used for the purpose of due payments as well, so that we know how many persons have contributed and in regards to the due payment. And as a leadership, considering that reporting was a problem in previous leaderships, we want to ensure that every quarter a report is provided to the community. We want to run an open administration. We want every Liberian residing in Rwanda to know how their resources are being spent. Now we want them to know how we are running the day-to-day activities of the community. So at the end of the first quarter of our leadership, which will be the end of September, expect to see a report from us regarding cash or revenues that has been generated for the community and expenditures that has been made. At the end of December, which will be the second quarter of our leadership, also expect from us a report. And in March, expect a report, and in June, we will provide you a final report of our leadership. So Liberians in Rwanda should not be afraid to give us their resources, because every penny that is given to this leadership will be accounted for. That I can assure you. This is not the first leadership role we have served in Rwanda. We serve at the level of the university as international student representative. Resources were given to us. And the reason UNILAC overwhelmingly, and the Liberian community in Rwanda overwhelmingly supported us, even though there were 4 additional candidates who wanted to be chairperson of this community, is because of the level of integrity we have demonstrated thus far. We want you to continue to have that faith and trust in us. And we will continue to prove to you that we are deserving of the trust that you have imposed in us. Thank you.
So if you are just joining us, you are following Screen Vision live from Kigali City, Rwanda, East Africa, wherever you are, Liberia, Europe, Asia, America, and the rest of the world. You are watching us live from studio here in Kigali. Screen Vision is bringing you this podcast live from Rwanda. So we'll now go to the panelists for the second round of questions to Mr. Chairman. So we start with Mr. Gombe.
Okay, I thank you very much again for the second recognition. Mr. Patrick, to admit, I actually appreciate your plans for the Liberian community. You stressed out one point that that speaks actually to my mind, that I want you to emphasize on it. The issue with fraudulent, where Liberian community, especially students in Rwanda here, we have been hearing over the past that all students are in the habit of that where my concern lies. Other students are in the habit of like cheating on their friends. Like if you want to do someone process from Liberia, you deem it necessary by giving false information to the person, like there is a scholarship in Rwanda here, or there is a working community in Rwanda here where students come into work, or scholarship is here. So in that light, people use that opportunity in the process of doing process for somebody, and then they will charge that person huge amount of money, and then at the end of the day, when the person comes here, they will start suffering. And when the person comes here, when the parent will feel that the child is coming here to do something for themselves, or the child is coming here to be on scholarship, but at the end of the day, you will notice that the child will be here and then be suffering. And most of them, and there is no scholarship here. I don't know from my end. If other people on scholarship, I don't know. So I'm so concerned that what your leadership stands to do about such issue, in addressing such issue where you talk about fraudulent in your previous explanation. How does your leadership plan to address these issues and provide support for students who are being affected in such direction? And what are you doing in your leadership? Although you just started, but it will be important also that you provide like opportunity where all students in other countries, they are working on opportunities, scholarship for students. What your leadership stands to do in the context of scholarship that students in Rwanda or even in Liberia are wanting to come in Rwanda to attend, that it will be beneficial to them when it comes to scholarship opportunity. Thank you, sir.
Thank
I
you.
guess
The question is clear. What's your intent for those scholars that we have in Rwanda studying here? What are your intent? What's the plan for them? That's the question. Mr. Chairman, can you respond quickly?
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Gwangbe. So, when it comes to the issue of scholarship, I previously informed you that the Office of the Vice Chair for International Affairs is currently engaging with other associations and student union outside of Rwanda for the purpose of entering into a partnership agreement that provides Liberians studying in Rwanda the opportunity to further their education in these other countries after they have concluded their studies in Rwanda. With the issue of cheating, with the issue of scheming of fellow Liberians, the leadership have also elected, as I stated previously, we have elected to establish a committee termed the Study in Rwanda Preparatory Committee. That committee will be charged with two responsibilities, as I have stated earlier. One, to combat the issue of forgery in documents. 2, to also combat the issue of Liberians scamming their colleagues in Rwanda. Moving forward, we want to say this to the general public. If you want your child to come to Rwanda, or your brother or sister or any relatives of yours, reach out to the leadership through our official website. We will provide you through the committee with relevant information on studying in Rwanda. The leadership is also willing to assist Liberians.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. You have a lot of questions. We have to be swift. You have to concise some of the information, sir. So there's a question from one of the follower, the viewer. They said, we should trust you, but you are dodging the constitution procedure. What's your thoughts on that? How do you feel if somebody say you are dodging the procedure of the constitution? You want to undermine the document that you yourself came to power by. So how do you see it?
I think Solo before the chairman answer that he sent a question before this one. So let me pull it out so you can go through it. He sent a question. There's a technical question coming from the former SG lead Doma. So just look on the screen, you see.
All right, thank you so much.
No, you are muted, so we are not getting you.
Yeah, so Mr. Chairman, this is from Lidoma. He said all the work you are doing is out of legality. All actions of the National Administrative Council must be approved by the National Executive Council. That's in exclamation. He said, you guys have already fallen into procedural error on which mantra you campaigning on, or which mentor you are trying to talk about, mentor or methodology you are campaigning on, Honorable Chairman. That was a rhetorical question, and then before he asked, he said, we should. Later he asked the real question. This was a rhetorical question, and this is the real question. He said, we should trust you, but you are dodging the constitution procedure. Why? Why are you dodging the constitution procedure? That's the question, sir.
All right. Thank you very much. I saw the question when it previously popped on the screen. But how do I respond to an individual who does not understand constitutional law? You want to lecture a crafter of the Constitution on what the constitutional provision says? It's comical. If someone wants to say we are breaching a specific article in the Constitution, let them provide that article. You cannot just come in a public space and say we are in procedural error. What article of the Constitution are we breaking? Let me help the individual who raised those concerns.
It's from last born Lidoma. Lidoma was the one that asked the question.
You know the individual.
All right.
You know the Patrick.
Okay, last born. All right, last born. Last born. When we wrote the constitution of the Liberian community in Rwanda, we did not give the National Executive Committee, we did not give these people the authority to confirm or approve every decision of the community. Go and read the Constitution and come back. We will have that conversation. But if all of you on this platform, if you have read the Constitution, no article in that Constitution gave the National Executive Committee the power to approve every decision of the National Administrative Council. The only thing the Constitution says is in Article 6 of the Constitution that talks about appointments. Appointments must be done in consultation with the National Executive Committee. We are following all of the procedures. We are working in line with the constitution of the Liberian community in Rwanda. Recently, for the purposes of our registration, there was a constitutional reform and statutory codification committee appointed that is currently reviewing the constitution and transforming that constitution into a statute for the purpose of the registration. So I also want to plead with you guys who are the hosts. When people are providing these kinds of concerns, let them provide specific articles in the constitution that we are breaking. But you do not just go and grab a random concern from the comment section and then you pose them as questions.
Other might say the question came from the former Secretary General, the custodian, right? The one who keeps all of the documents of the leadership. He do all of the writings, like he's your secretary. He do all of your in and out writing. So we just want you to respond to the question. It's not that probably we cannot push him, tell him, say, come up with your article or come up with a subsection, this, section, that, and blah, blah, blah. But that's a question to you, sir. So today, we now switch to Madran. What's your question? Okay, if Mandra is not there, we can get to Mr. Ballard. You have a question, sir?
I'm ready. I was trying to unmute my mic.
Okay,
So thank you, Chairman. Thank you, Chairman, for the explanation. I understand that your leadership has formulated a plan of action and that of the national budget for the community. So, and you mentioned 3 key things that come what may in the midst of constraints, your leadership will prioritize, and I took note of that. And you listed them, you know them already. I don't want to bore you with that, but we'll still have 2 outstanding. And I just want to know the status of those 2 regarding arrangement that has been made. That is the obtaining of the office space and that of the registration of the community. That's 1. Number 2, I would like to know the tune of the budget. The budget has been formulated and passed, that has been declared as national budget of the community. What is the tune of the budget? How much are we talking about here as a leadership to run the community in the next 1 year? And how do we intend generating the funds? Are we saying the leadership will be operated only on due payment? Because I think the host asked similar question at that, and I only heard you talk about due payment. So the amount we want to know, and how do we intend generating the amount is another one. But just to let you know, I have paid my due for September. I have contributed to the 2K rally. Thank you so kindly.
All right. Thank you so much, Marjorie, for supporting a worthy cause. When it comes to the issue of the budget, I cannot provide you the total amount in the current budget, considering that the budget is currently with the National Executive Committee. We have shared the budget with them and the National Strategic Plan of Action. The National Executive Committee is currently discussing the budget. Therefore, there might be reduction and there might be increase, and I do not want to provide you a figure as of this moment. However, upon the approval of the budget, we will share with the general public the budget and the National Strategic Plan of Action of the community. That will be published on our website, and it will be shared to the emails of every Liberian that have registered as a member of the community.
There's a question for you from one of the followers. He said, they call him Alaswa. Alaswa said, Mr. Chairman, will you audit the past government upon holding them accountable for all the fundings? This is the question for all funds, meaning the immediate past leadership, the one that you took power from. Are you going to audit them again, or you are going to follow some of the recommendations from the audit report that will hand delivered onto you? What's your opinion on that?
All right. For the immediate past leadership of Chairman Macmillan V, as I stated earlier, these individuals have not provided us any report whatsoever. We are still in communication with Chairman V.
If that is the case, let me hold you there shortly. If they have not given you any document to that effect of any transaction made by them, now what's your stand? What's the position of your leadership? Are you going to audit them or not? Are you there? Are you going to audit them or not? What's your position now? They have not given you any document. Are you still just going to compromise it and try to move on? You want to look forward, or you want to try to strengthen other things?
So let the past leadership first of all provide us their report. And I want to encourage my dear friend who has been in the comment section and raising concerns about the leadership, Mr. Lee Doma, who serves as the former secretary. Instead of using all of these energies to be on Facebook and commenting, kindly go and do the report and provide us the report. You should be helping Chairman V to provide us the report. But it has been more than 2 weeks since you turned over and we are yet to receive report, but yet you are commenting and raising unnecessary concerns. When it comes to the issue of audit, upon receipt of the report, we are going to constitute an audit committee to ensure that there is accountability. We need to know how the former leadership ran the activities of the community. And we will also be encouraging internal audit in our leadership. And even when we leave office, we will encourage the coming leadership to also audit us as well. That way we build trust with the people we serve. Thank you.
So thank you, Mr. Chairman, for responding. So means that your leadership is willing, but it was not too clear. I don't know whether my ears, did not capture exactly what you were trying to say, because the question is straight. Are your leadership, or is your leadership willing or prepared to audit the leadership that you just took power from? That's the question. It's precise. Just be straight. I'm going to audit this regime, or I'm going to audit, or I'm not going to audit. Are you going to audit? What if the people sit reluctantly and don't give you any document and doesn't give you any report? Are you still going to just sit down supinely as well and decide, say, okay, let me just flow? Probably maybe my own attorney will come to, I will negotiate with the minute will not order me. Is that the same pattern we are going to go with, or you are going to audit, even if, because I think sometimes I might not be right, but I'm saying this to say that you, the sitting government, you should be the one to set up the audit committee, and then the audit committee will write to them, say, you are being invited, you are being indicted, come and exonerate yourself by making things explicit and clear on these financial transactions, on the fundings that you receive, on how you expanded and you expended them, how you got them, what are the voucher and so forth, and black and black. Are you going to audit or not? It's a yes or no question, sir.
I have told you that we are willing to audit the former leadership.
Good. That's clear. Thank you. I think your people out there, they are very happy now. They are celebrating because the question has been clear.
We have a question here, Solomon. Please check on the screen. We have a question on the screen. Please.
Yeah, Solomon Lewis says this. Hi, Mr. Chairman. Can you please publicly tell the Liberian community how much you met in the account, if there is any? That's the first question he raised. How many dollar Rwanda funds? What was the amount that you received from the account? Does the community have an account? That's the first thing we must establish. If yes, how much did you meet in the account? That's the question.
All right. Thank you so much. Like I said in my last appearance, an engagement with the public, that the community is broke. The community is broke.
When you use the word broke, what do you mean? Because at the same time, people can come with say broke.
The,
You start
the,
coming.
the community, when I say the community is broke, what I'm saying in short is that a cent, one ijana was never left in the community covers. In fact, the community was left in debt, which we had to service as a leadership. And we have already serviced that debt of the community. Further, the former leadership still owe the community. Let me say this for the record. They still owe the leadership. And we encourage Mr. V in this public manner because we have reached out to him on several occasions. And up to now, Mr. V is not even responding to our messages now because we are asking him for reports. So in this public manner, Mr. Former Chairman V. Macmillan, please provide the report.
Yeah, if you say he should provide the report. The next question says, Mr. Chairman, what mechanism are you going to put in place in terms of scholarship, financial aid? I think this question has been answered. This is a repeated question, so we now want to dive into it. Let's read Samuel W. question. He said, Samuel OSW, he says, is the community involved in any advocacy work regarding immigration policies that affect Liberians in Rwanda? Mr. Chairman, this is from Samuel OSW.
So we have only spent 2 weeks in office. When it comes to the issue of engaging with immigration, we have activities. We have seminars to engage with the immigration where Liberians were gathered and immigration officers would come and share with us the different or relevant immigration laws of the Republic of Rwanda to guide our people on how they operate in Rwanda. And this will not only be limited to immigration. We will also invite as well the Rwanda Investigation Bureau that will also explain to Liberians the penal laws of Rwanda so that Liberians here know, the different laws these people have, considering that there is a cultural gap. There is a cultural difference here. We are coming from West Africa where we express ourselves freely. Here, to a certain extent, that does not happen. So we believe that with this engagement, it helps our people to know how to live in Rwanda peacefully and to enjoy their time they will spend in Rwanda. So we will be engaging in advocacies of such.
I think so. Solomon, one of the panelists just joined us. One of the panelists just joined us. The man from Cyprus. What's up, man?
Chief, welcome. Introduce yourself. If you have a short question, you ask quickly. When you can't learn too much, you can sing too much song.
Yeah, thank you very much for giving me the privilege. By introduction, I'm B. Jerry Nsele, student of business residing in Cyprus. And I don't know, I just come in and I have this concern.
What is it? You want to hear it?
Yeah.
You have your brothers.
My concern there is my concerns have to do with the chairman. Since you take over as a leader in the Liberian community in Rwanda, what are the biggest challenges currently Liberian face in our community, and what mechanism are you putting into place to solve those challenges?
The major challenge our community, the major challenge our community face is in regards to our recognition as a community in Rwanda, and as well as issues regarding security, specifically in terms of violation of the relevant laws of Rwanda, both the immigration laws and the penal laws of Rwanda, and as well as the issue of scamming of people in Rwanda. And we have already provided alternative resolutions to some of these challenges Liberian faced here.
Chief moderator, you are muted.
We are not hearing you.
Sorry, it's a slip. So wherever you are following us from, you are watching live Screen Vision from Kigali City, Rwanda, East Africa, and we are bringing you this podcast from Kigali, from the studio. And I have with me my co-host Tatas V Bala and my producer as well. I have Mr. Gombai. Gombai, he's one of the panelists. We have Madran, one of the panelists. I have with me Mrs. Miss Abigail Pega. She's one of the panelists as well. So if you want to make a contribution, you can send your question through text, and we'll be able to read the question out to the chairman. Interact with your leader.
I don't know
if you want. You can
the
make
people
a
are
call.
not using the line. They can call.
Yeah.
Use the number and then place your call.
You can call wherever you are on +250. If you are from Rwanda, you are out of Rwanda, you can call on +250 79080 2109 or +250 790 0802444. Those are the numbers you can call on to make your input, make your contribution, and let's your leader hear your problem, interact with the leader in order to express your concern. So I have with me Jura, he's following from Gisenyi. We have Joy News is also following. We have Alaswa, he also following, and the list goes on. Keep following, keep sharing the live, keep sharing the video. And now we have with us Mr. Emanuel Patrick. He's our guest today, and he's the chairperson of the Liberians in Rwanda. He's the chairperson of the Liberians in Rwanda. We don't want to say student because he chair every other person, whether you are a business class, you are a diplomat, he chairs you no matter what your level or your position or your status. He's the chairperson of the entire community. So he's interacting with his people. He's explaining some of his plans, what he has on his mind, what he and his team are doing now in order to transform and bring a total liberation to the Liberians here. Since we came here, since Liberians started to pull in, since 2020, 2019, late 2019, up to this time, we are approximately, according to approximation number, we are around 3,000. Today, we have Emanuel Patrick with such a firm vision. Now we are questioning him and cross-examining how the visions can be realized, because people come with talks and literature. When we put this literature into action.
Why Abigail face a feel like that? Abigail, they ask the chairman too much question.
Abigail, now you can ask your question quickly.
Yeah, so it's not a question, it's a kind of recommendation, please.
Thank you. Make your recommendations.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, for the benefit of parents and other relatives who want to send their children to Rwanda, as per the inquiry, like you said, I want you to please give out how they can reach out to the website by giving them the link or whatever means they can get to the leadership in order to get accurate information, because students have been going through a lot when it comes to the issue of scanning and other stuff. So I need you to please reach out to the public.
All right. So the website is libcor, libcor.org. But if you go on our Facebook page, Liberian Community in Rwanda /libcor, you will also see the website on the Facebook page, and you can just click the website, the link on the Facebook page, and it will take you directly to the website. We have our numbers and even email addresses on the website as well. So you can use any of those emails, especially the info at labcorp.org to communicate with the leadership directly. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for responding. And there are other concerns that are coming. Mr. Gombe, let me take you quickly.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's just a quick information. It's a question that I want for the chairman to address quick. The chairman spoke about nothing left in the cover. That is the community is broke. It shows to us that a blow alarm that the past leadership did not do well when it comes to financial management and other things. So my concern has to do with how do you actually plan to ensure transparency since the past leadership that you succeeded did not actually do well, and you experience such condition with them, and now reporting is becoming problem, and they are not reporting to the Liberian community. How do you actually plan to ensure transparency and accountability in managing your funds that will be generated for the Liberian community to ensure transparency in your government?
I think this is a form of an ask and answer question. Because this question has already been asked previously and I have provided a response. However, I will just briefly, explain again. Like I said to you, I work with some of the most innovative and integrity-driven individuals you may find in Rwanda. The Financial Secretary, Mr. Sylvester BJJ, has developed a unique and strategic ways to ensure that the funds of the community is secure. In the absence of the official registration and legalization of the Liberian community in Rwanda. Upon our official registration, all funds of the community will be deposited in an account that will be open for the community. There will be an account for Momo payments, since we mostly use Momo, and then there will be an official bank account. And all of the community funds will be transferred into that account once we conclude the registration process of the community. And like I said, we will provide you report. Nothing will be in hidden. Everything about this leadership will be open. If you need information, reach out to the leadership at any point in time through our emails, through our official emails, and we will communicate with you. When it comes to reporting, we are putting a mechanism in place to make sure that we report 4 times in the period of our leadership. Like I said, every quarter there will be a report, and at the end of the year, we will provide you a final report. That is how we intend to ensure transparency in our leadership. I hope I'll answer your question,
Thank
Mr.
you,
Wong.
thank you, Mr. Chairman. Wherever you are or wherever you have been following us from, you are watching Screen Vision from Kigali City, Rwanda, East Africa. I've been your host, M. Solomon S. Sion, a student of economics, and my co-host, Tata B. Bala. He's Tatas B. Bala. Sorry, I'm trying to say Vala because we have one Vala.
You spell my name, okay, the code, thank God the council on, yeah, okay, the Patrick code.
Yeah,
But that's
Tatas
good.
B.
That's
Bala, sorry, Tatas B. Bala. He has been my co-host and my producer. So we are going to go back with our last question so that we can be able to climax. We don't have much time in our favor and to make our parting comment so that we can be able to release the chairman to go and try to do some strategic work for his people, as we may be aware that he's on a tour around. And we're just going to be very short, almost like a recommendation. What do you have? What can you recommend to the leader so that he can go and have some rest? I know tomorrow he's taking a long distance, and it was nice joining us. Those that make their points, those that send their questions, we say thank you. As the chairman said, you can send your question, you can send your recommendation to their emails, across to their official emails and numbers, so that they can be able to address some of these issues. as possible, as quickly, as prompt they can, so that they can be able to see how progressive our community can be able to get on the map up there. So quickly, Mr. Gombai, what do you have so that we can be able to wrap up?
Okay, let me just consider this as my closing point. Mr. Patrick, I really appreciate your points that you gave out to us tonight. I mean, it makes. Are you getting
Yeah.
me? I okay, that's fine. I mean it means a lot to us, and then we actually got knowledge from you. My concern here, and that will be a little recommendation for you is please, I would like for your leadership to please be so concerned about the fraudulence that you mentioned previously, that you will be able to work on it and be able to reduce some of those happenings that are affecting the Liberian community in Rwanda, lying to people from back home, and they feel that everything is okay. And when they come here, they meet another condition on ground that will affect them and affecting the parents back home. So I would like for your leadership to take key notes upon that everything will be worked on smoothly. Thank you very much for that.
So before you take the next question from one of the panelists, there, if information reaching us says that two Liberians were deported today from Cyprus back to Liberia. For what reason, we are still trying to get clarity on that information. But I mean, it's not a good sign though. You leave your parents home, come out to state and then you are being deported. It's kind of a bad. But I think before the end of the show, we will provide some information like that, concerning that issue. But let's continue the show just so you guys can know. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Abigail, can you make your parting comment or make a question?
Yes, so I would like to say thank you for the time and thank you to all of our followers. Thank you for the patience. And to our chairman, I would like to say a big thank you to you because your visions are very important, and then we look forward to having them achieve as we work together. Another thing I would like to recommend to you guys is we should sometimes have an in-person meeting with the student community. I know you guys are on a tour now, but maybe a general meeting where the entire community can go. The students, including other Liberian citizens here in Rwanda, where we can, interact, try to know each other in person. We know we are using online in East Africa here, but then some people cannot really be active online. So meeting each other in person will sometimes help us to know each other and then give our challenges out to each other in person, and will help also to improve the community. So thank you so much. It was a nice time being here.
Uh, we 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 have a call, Solomon. We have a call. Let's just squeeze a call
Yeah,
in.
take that. Take that. We also have one question from one of the followers called Jimmy. But take the call first.
Sorry that like I lost the caller. So let's go. Let's continue when the call come back.
Yeah. So quickly, Mr. Chairman, there's a question here. Someone is asking how can they have access to the constitution of the community, and that's the question to you.
So you can just go on libcode.org on the website and go to where you see constitution, and you will have access to the constitution automatically. But the constitution as we speak is currently under review, and it is being transformed into a statute for the purpose of our registration. So in the next 3 weeks, the current constitution may not be the constitution of the community any longer.
Okay. So now we have the caller is on the line now. Good evening.
Good evening to the chairman. Is Idio, can you hear me?
Yeah. Go ahead. Your name and where are you?
My name
Yeah.
is Rani. My name is Rani Tikata, and I call you guys from Rwanda. I just want to say congratulations to my chairman.
the chairman of the Liberia, Emanuel. And he stated a lot of plans. We hope that he achieved those plans and things, and that's the way forward. Leader that accounts for things, okay? So we look forward to a lot, and we look forward to getting more information as we go along in the community. Thank you. I just wanted to make that point.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you from
So
the
all the
caller.
people that have been calling today from the comment section, nobody tell the chairman thank you. Chairman, like, you know them personally.
No, don't indict the chair. Let's leave it at it is, whether he knows the caller or not. Let's just leave it. Let me protect my guest.
Oh
Mr.
my, I'm
Chairman,
full less man.
Madron, do you have a parting comment or a parting recommendation? Can you?
Let me say thank you to the chairman for the presentation. And maybe I asked a lot of questions together. That's why he actually did not respond to one of my questions. But maybe in his parting comment, he could mention that. So I want to know the state of the situation right now in regards to the registration of the community and that of obtaining an office space for the community. But lastly, for my end, for my parting comment, I would like to say congratulations again to the leadership. I see the zest, I see the potential, and I see prospects in the leadership. So I want to urge them to continue to do their best. We know there will always be challenges, but it's about you doing your honest best to serve the people who elected you in the community. So you got my blessing, and thank you so much. And I appreciate the show tonight.
You see a blessing from the mother. Wow.
The Queen has
I mean,
spoken.
y'all will succeed.
Yeah, Chief Cyprus. Chief, there from Cyprus, sir.
Yeah, again, let me register my apologies for coming on the show late due to some issues that can't be measured because it is an international platform. Let me say congratulations to our leader in studio, and we pray that you have a successful leadership there in the Liberian community in Rwanda. And my recommendation have to do with since that organization is outside of the country and we have other organizations similar to that in other countries, I think you can form like to recognize each other, to have like almost like a union, or I don't know how many places, but to have that if problem meets Uganda, at least other organizations can, you know, get the information quickly and then try to help to find a solution toward that. And with regard to the scamming, I want to recommend to your office, sir, that like what we doing in Cyprus here, like every university there have a agent that is registered under the organization so that they can provide the information from the university directly to the school, according to the organization, that the organization will be able to provide or tangible information to anybody that want to inquire. Because although all schools in Rwanda, I think they don't have the same protocol when it comes to enrollment. But if each university have a registered agent for your organization, I think they'll be able to expose those who do it undercover. But with the exception of that, it will be difficult. People will still be doing it undercover. But if university have a direct representation from your office, I think that situation will be under control. The same thing we try to do here, and we are almost 80% on that. Thank you again, and I wish you success in your leadership.
Thank you. Thank you. Mr. Chairman, can you just wrap up quickly so that you can respond to those questions? I think you jotted down all of the recommendations that were coming forth. And can you just wrap up?
All right. Again, so before I give my parting comment, let me just respond briefly to Marjoine's last concern in regards to the progress of the registration and the office. I can assure you and the entire community that before the end of September, the community will have an office. The registration of the community will begin in October. Considering that we need documentations for the purpose of the registration, we are still acquiring some of those documents. But the beginning of October, we will start that process of the registration, and it usually lasts for 3 months in accordance with the Rwandan Governance Board requirements. So when it comes to, I think those are your concerns that was raised. In closing, I want to use this medium again to thank you, Stream Vision, for providing me and the National Administrative Council of the Liberian Community in Rwanda the opportunity to appear here and to share with Liberians in Rwanda our vision for the community. It has been a privilege and an honor engaging with community members. The discussion has been unique. Moving forward, we cannot continuously sit and discuss in our corners that we want to see change in the Liberian community in Rwanda. We must be a part of the necessary change that we are pushing for. And to be a part of this change, you are to support us. You must join us in this quest to ensure that our community is a progressive community. We are in this position now not because we know everything, but because we have availed ourselves as servants. And we are pleading with you as well. Don't just give us your money and forget about us totally. We need your financial support. We also need your moral support. We need any and every recommendation that we can get from members of the community on how best we can serve the interest of Liberians residing in Rwanda. Together, let us build a united community where the problems of Mr. Solomon Sion becomes the problem of Emanuel Patrick and the rest of the community, where the problems of Marjoin becomes the problem of every one of us. That way, we will move forward, we will rebrand the image of our community and, in extension, our nation. Thank you very much again for this opportunity, and I look forward to continuous engagement with every member of the community. Thank you. May God bless all of you guys who have stood firm to support this leadership in the community, and may God bless our nation, Liberia. Thank you.
May God bless our nation, Liberia. One person problem should be everyone problem. Those are the last word from your leader, your chairman, your representative, Mr. Emanuel Patrick. We say thank you for accepting our invite. Thank you for providing some clarities. And we'll also like to assure you that there will be more invitation coming as we go along. Like you said, on your quarterly prospect, we want to know you have to provide some of this information to the public. It is necessary for consumption for them. They will need to know how far you going with their resources generated. Like you said, they should not give you their resources and forget about it. So we know that they're going to be on your back, like other people say in the parting comment. Keep strong, be hopeful, be prayerful, be innovative, be focused. Those are some of my encouraging words to you. So let me get a parting comment from my co-host, then I will just climax it and we can take a leave of you, sir. So Mr. Bala.
Okay, thank you, Solomon, and let me say thanks to the chairman once more for honoring our invitation to come and speak to your people. Like I said from the onset, the expectation is too hard, I know, Liberian people in Rwanda been wishing for Patrick to sit in this position. Now, Patrick, you are there now. We hope that you guys will also help Patrick. We will help Patrick to achieve, I mean, his goals. All of the things that he mentioned when you are discussing, we pray that we all can work towards it. It's not only Patrick alone, it's everyone in our business. If we want the community to be better, meaning we all got to try pay our dues. I mean, go on the platform, follow the Facebook page. Just imagine with more than I think about maybe 2,000, but check on the platform. So we encourage people to also go and follow the Facebook page, register, go on the website. I mean, put your information and also continue to pay your due. With that, I think we will achieve a greater community that we all will be happy. So once more, Patrick, I want to say thanks. We hope to invite you here, anytime. So for the community, we're going to be behind the people. It will not be like the previous government with nobody will that function. If you're supposed to work, if your office you're supposed to take money and do the other one, you're not doing it. We'll be checking them bit by bit as they go on. So once you got the rest and show, continue following Screen Vision. We are in close connection with the government. We'll follow them to the letter so that you guys can achieve a better government. Thank you so much, Council. You are muted, sir. We are not getting you. You are muted. I'm not getting you.
Yeah. I'm saying those are few words from our co-host. We are going to be at the back of their feet to the letter. So, in conclusion, I know for every good activities, there must be an end, and we know when you go to school, you need to graduate, and the day of your graduation day is the day you leave in the school. So we know exactly that the show is about to come to an end. We are trying to draw down the curtains from wherever you follow us, from wherever you follow our podcast, wherever you are seated listening to our voices on the Liberian community issue. We say you are. This podcast is brought to you by Screen Vision from Rwanda, Kigali. And I want to say thank you for listening. Thank you for following. Thank you for taking your time, your energy, your resources, which happen to be the data or the internet subscription, just to follow us and to hear your leader. I know you have invested a lot. You have invested your time, your energy, your resources behind this leadership. That's the reason why you are so excited. You are so overwhelmed to come and listen to those good news and good messages that you have for us as a community in totality. So Mr. Chairman, we want to say thank you for coming, and we know your doors are open for more invitations so that you can come and better explain to us as we go along with your leadership. We want to say thank you. We want to say thank you. Kudos to our people. Kudos to our followers. Keep following Screen Vision. We are going to bring you lots of podcasts from the social aspect, from the entertainment aspect, from the educational career aspect, from the economic, political aspect, from the health sector. There will be lots and lots of information coming to you from Screen Vision. Keep following Screen Vision. Don't give up. It's an everyday podcast that will be coming up. You have lots and lots of information from you from across the world. There will be people from Australia talking to you, people from the US, professors from the US, professor from Canada, professor from Europe, Belgium, people from Netherlands, across the world. They will be talking on this platform. So be interested, keep following Screen Vision, and you will get a lot of news and updates on our country and our community, our citizens across the globe. We want to say thank you to thanks to my panelists, my fellow panelists. I want to say thanks for making today an explicit one for us, making it more sensational. And I want to say let's keep it up. We are just starting. We know we got a lot more to do. I want to say thank you, Mr. Co-host. Thank you for joining us. And let me say a pleasant goodbye and bye-bye. Love you all as we take our leave.
When you're down and out, and there seems no hope at all. Just believe there's nowhere we can fall. Well, realize that a change can only come when we stand.